sound.
Okay, I was really hoping that this was going to work properly, but clearly not.
There was no sound, but it looked good.
It does look good, right?
There was supposed to be sound, wasn't there?
Yes, there was supposed to be sound, and
Was it
I'm
that-
going to try and figure that out.
Was it that screen that says put sound on? Hi, everyone.
No, so, like, I had it as a quick time on here, and when I shared it, it didn't give me the option for...
The wonders of live video.
Guys, I really hate this.
Let's see.
Can we hear the music now?
I cannot.
You can hear it now?
Nope.
Wow. What is going on here?
You sure it's not that screen that says allow sound right before you hit it? Remember that one that
It
always...
doesn't give me that one.
Oh.
All right, stand by, folks. Technical problems.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Though, like, welcome.
I can make our little. I can make our little. I can make my little first statement.
Sure, John. Go ahead while I try and.
I thought it was important tonight to acknowledge that while we're doing a whole Disney thing, and yes, there are serious things going on in Disney, there are more important things going on in the world right now. If you turn the news on, I think I speak for both Matt and I, and he'll stop me if I don't. We have a lot of black friends. We can't even imagine what they're feeling right now. We don't even pretend to. We just want you to know that we acknowledge it. We stand with you. What we saw on TV was murder. And, we have to acknowledge that before I can start talking about Disney World and stuff like that. So,
right,
we feel
absolutely
horrible. I will leave it at that and still keep this a positive thing. But I had to acknowledge, I don't know how you do this and don't acknowledge what's going on. It's just crazy.
Right. It's challenging times that we are in, not to mention just the pandemic, but everything that's going on. And I would really hope it if we can all kind of get back to normal one day, and, hopefully this would not be
it's also worth saying I have a lot of police officers, corrections officers in my family. There are amazing police officers and law enforcement out there. I just think it's going to take some of the good ones to start cleaning up house with the ones that don't belong, because some do not belong. Oh, let me go to I haven't looked at comments, guys. I can look at this one. Hello, Linda. Hello, Mary. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Donald Nicholson. Hello, Swarlock. That's my friend Steven Acevedo. Hello, Susan. Linda. Hello, okay, Disney Dreamer, Melissa. Okay, we're gonna have sound now, I think, for this video. That he told me I'm gonna cry, but I don't know.
I'm thankful that I put this on YouTube beforehand, but it will actually be up on YouTube tomorrow. So I figured you guys get the first look at it. So
this is something you edited?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks to the miracles of now that Disney will give me B-roll footage. So.
Okay, cool. Hello, Brandon.
It's a world where you belong, where you can dream aloud. Your heart will follow. Get up and sing along. The moment's here and now. Inside we all know, if we believe in the fantasy, it will carry us away, carry us away. You and me making memories today. Step into the magic. Watch the stories come to life. This is a celebration. Every color shines so bright. Turn on your light. Come on and live the magic. So much to find. Come on and live the magic.
We can dance and we can dream, so come along with me.
We shine together, no telling what we'll see. Right where we wanna be. There's nothing better if we believe in the fantasy. It will carry us away, carry us away. You and me making memories today. Step into the magic. Watch the stories come to life. This is a celebration. Every color shines so bright. Turn on your light. Come on and live the magic. So much to find. Come on and live the magic. When we're dreaming here together under a diamond sky, there's a feeling that brings our hearts to life. Step into the magic. Watch the stories come to life. This is a celebration. Every color shines so bright. Turn on your light. Come on and live the magic. So much to find. Come on and live the magic. Come on and live the magic. Live the magic.
I hate you right now.
Little tear in the eye, John.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not crying for the reason you might think I'm crying. I'm crying because I don't want the Disney that I know and love to change. I really don't. It's gonna change a little. And I'd be positive. I go on Fox 35 and I'm smiling and I'm positive. But I don't want kids to not see fireworks.
FYI to everyone, this is John's first time seeing this, so this is genuine right here.
I don't want to not experience mass crowd stuff. I think, and people are saying it's never going to be the same again. It's never going to be. I hope it is eventually. And yes, I still believe it's okay, but it is going to change.
It's going to, I think it's a temporary
I
change.
have no tissues. I didn't expect this.
If I had a tissue right here, I'd just try and
My nose is now totally stuffed.
I probably should have showed you that.
It's okay. You did say I think it'll make you cry, but I thought you thought I was a wimp and it was going to be fine.
I do want to give a big thanks to Disney for letting me have B-roll footage now. I put this.
Did they have that song on there? Because I got to put something together too if they got that song.
This is the song from the Disneyland 60th celebration. I find myself, I've been listening to this
good song
for the last 2 months during this whole thing. Yeah, Mary, I'm sorry. Yes, I hit Susan's by accident. I'm sorry. Yes, Mary. Look what I did to him. Look at what I did to him. If you want to watch
David.
that video again, it will be going live on my YouTube channel.
David's going to play for me tomorrow night when I go on his show.
He probably will.
Probably will. Just to see me do this again. Listen. No fast passes I can handle. No parades is difficult. No fireworks is really tough. No character meet and greets. It's just hard. It is hard. No, I know it's hard.
Before we do get into all that for this week's show, we have something to give away. If you were tuning in last week, thank you. If you didn't tune in last week, you're missing out on this to win. So, out of all of our people that subscribed to us and commented with Panda Vader, I went in, took those people, and put their numbers in. I put numbers associated to those people and went at random to pick the number. And it pains me to say this because I know how much he wants it. I'm kidding. The winner of the Mandalorian Child Funko is Ed Philibus. You are
We should say that he has to be here, even though he might be.
Oh, he's up in Pennsylvania, so he.
Oh, okay. He doesn't even know.
So, Ed, I will get that out to you. Do not worry. So,
Mary, we'll get to the dining thing. I'm sorry for you too.
all right. So, shall we start discussing everything that's been happening?
Yes, go ahead. You want to start?
Well, all
Disney
right,
basically wiped the slate clean pretty much. And it's because of that reservation system.
So, well, let's start off with first off the reopening plans have been announced for Disney World, July 11th, and this is official now because it's been through Governor DeSantis' office and he approved it. So July 11th, Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom will be opening. July 15th, Hollywood Studios and Epcot will be opening, which
amazes me.
Let's get your opinion too. Do you think that's really early for Epcot?
I'm thrilled, and I think it's really early. And I'm wondering if we're going to have Americans in the countries. Like, do we have time to get Chinese people, French people, Japanese people? I don't know.
Yeah.
We got to fly them in and train them quick, unless we have some here already. I don't know. That are on the programs, because I thought they were all sent home. So yeah, I'm shocked Epcot is opening that quickly.
Because I remember we were talking about this the other night, where it's like
I thought Epcot was going to be like
working restaurant Marrakesh, and like, hey, you want a shawarma?
I thought Epcot was going to be like 6 months different than the rest of them.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy.
It will be interesting to see what they do. I mean, we have, as a cast member, we still haven't been told anything yet. I'm anxiously awaiting my phone call or email or whatever that says, hey, you can come on back to work starting such and such a date.
Do we know if they're planning on taking back all of their cast members? Do we know that? I'm just scared that if they say limited capacity and limited restaurants and limited this, do they need less people for a little while? Are cast members going to come back in groups? We don't know that at all.
I know some stuff, but I don't know if it's public knowledge, and I really shouldn't be talking about it just in case.
Okay, don't say anything that could get you in trouble.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think if that's public knowledge, really.
Okay.
But I can't wait to get back to it. I really can't.
Okay.
And
the little space between the 11th and the 15th, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming whatever they figured out with Epcot, they needed a few more days, and they said, "Hey, we could do it by July 11th." None of this is fast, mind you. Look at Universal opening June 5th. Now,
next week.
I see a problem brewing.
1 week from today. Think about that.
And I see a problem brewing where Disney, if anybody watched the segment that I was on, Fox 35, they said, John, it's funny that Disney, who's always the leader, is now, what do you think about that, where they're opening up later? And I'm like, I think Disney is leading. Disney is changing to have a reservation system to get into their park. They don't want to be surprised with how many people show up. Don't show up unless you have a reservation so they can control exactly how many people go in. Universal's not doing that. That's a big step for Disney to do. There's a lot of problems that go with it still. But what's going to happen on June 5th if a lot of people show up to get into Universal Studios? It's the only park opening. And all this social distancing and...
Fun Spot.
Oh, God.
They're already open.
It's huge. All this social distancing isn't going to matter if you have thousands of people at your ticket booth being told no. So I don't get it. I really don't.
Right. Mary's talking about it right there. What if they're trying to avoid July 4th?
Oh, I think so. I think the 4th. Well, the 4th, too, with a reservation system, you disappoint a lot of people because everybody wants to come. I'm sure if they could have done it, they probably would have.
Yeah. Jason's talking about it, too, with being the caboose is the best choice.
Absolutely.
Because that's the thing. Universal could easily say, do all this stuff, and then Disney could say, well, maybe that's not the best way to do it. So why don't we do it this way? And because if you don't think Universal's going to be adjusting everything over the course of next month.
I do plan to go to Universal. You too, right? I think we're going together on the 3rd, June 3rd.
We have our annual pass holder previews booked for Wednesday. I'm going at 9. I think you said
11. I'll still see you. Yeah, I didn't want to get up that early.
Hey, I want to spend as much time in there. I know I want to do everything.
I want to go on stupid Cat in the Hat. I don't know why I like that dumb ride. I want to hear the fish go, your mother is here.
I'm serious. Like, how did you not do the voice for him?
I love the fish. I don't know why.
But we'll be there on Wednesday, so I'm anxious to see what they're doing because it sounds like that they got a lot of people coming on Wednesday.
That's a little scary. If there's too many people there, I'll turn right around and go home. It better look kind of sparse.
And I want to see how they're going to manage people coming in because I think that's the biggest thing operationally to worry about in terms of social distancing. You have thousands of people that are all trying to get in at the same time. How are you social distancing?
They're not trying to go in at the same time. They got you with a time.
Yeah.
How many people are going to keep to that time is the question.
Yeah. How many people are really going to show up at their 9 or 10 or 11 o'clock slot and try and show up earlier or later for that?
Also, now, I didn't hear of this except for a few publications with Disney about the mask relaxation zones. Did you hear about this?
So when I was listening to Jim McPhee giving the presentation on Wednesday to the Orange County Task Force, he was mentioning that about these relaxation zones. I know my father said that would be a great idea.
I'm sorry, this is from the crying. This is from the crying.
Still there?
Yeah, but what I love about that is Disney can now enforce the masks the way they enforced cigarettes. And rather than saying to somebody, please, you got to put your mask on, you can't stay in the park, they can say, hey, listen, if you're going to take your mask off, we have a relaxation zone. I'll show you where it is, and you can stay in that. At least it gives it is a good idea, especially because it will be hot and it's going to be, hard for people to keep their mask on.
Right, because we were over at Disney Springs on Wednesday, and my mask, those Epcot ones that I had gotten,
yeah,
I discovered something with them. They're right up against your mouth there.
Oh.
So it's a little difficult to breathe if I'm wearing that for a really prolonged time. I figure about an hour or two I can get out of that without really having an issue. Now, I have to mention to everyone, I do have a little bit of a breathing problem. I've had it kind of since birth. Oh, yeah.
Like a deviated
that's
septum?
Why if you ever see me walking around with my mouth wide open, I'm a mouth breather. I have such a hard time breathing through my nose as it is. So I found that to be a little difficult. And there were points when I just had to and then put it back on just to get a quick breath.
So the one I have has the 2 vents. And I have to tell you, so far, I haven't found it too uncomfortable. It's more uncomfortable around my fat neck, but not the breathing itself. The vents allow it not to fog up or anything. So I kind of like it.
I have one of those on order, and if it ever wants to get here...
when it gets here, try that one. You might like that one better.
I ordered this thing back in April, so let's see if we actually get it.
Yeah.
It's been apparently sitting in Los Angeles for a month.
I couldn't find a replacement valves, which is supposed to change after every 60 hours of use. I couldn't find them except on eBay, so
Yeah.
there you go.
So, but anyway, let's get into some of the crazy operational announcements that Disney did make yesterday, which, to be honest for me, this really didn't come as a massive surprise. To me, I had it in the back of my mind, and I was like, how are they going to do this? Basically, Disney is canceling all your dining reservations for the rest of the year. They are canceling all fast passes that have been made. And hotels are temporarily paused. The ticket sales are not happening right now. John, what do you think about all that?
Okay, as a local, it doesn't affect me too much. But I remember back in New York planning my Disney trip. So imagine for a second that you planned your November trip to Disney. November, it's far away enough. Everything will be open and probably fine by then. You killed yourself to get your fast passes, to get your dining, your princess character breakfast. It's all gone. It's all canceled. Your dining package, you waited with your agent to be on hold and get your free dining. It's gone. So you can still use the hotel, but most people aren't, especially without parades and this and that. And, people are going to probably cancel.
So,
Although, I don't think they should. I think it's going to be less crowded,
Right.
obviously.
One thing for me that kind of just popped with this thing, they came out with the announcement that June 22nd, the Vacation Club resorts are reopening. Okay.
Yeah.
They haven't officially confirmed when the other hotels would be opening, but let's talk about this. For example, Polynesian villas and bungalows are opening on June 22nd, not the main location,
Right.
the main rooms. You're telling me that all those people that are staying at the Polynesian villas and bungalows, however many they are not going to be able to go to some of the restaurants there? They're
I
gonna
bet
have
you
to
some. I bet you the
open, like,
restaurants.
Ohana or something like that.
I bet you they're going to start, or maybe one restaurant, maybe Kona Cafe.
Right.
But they're going to have to open a restaurant. And honestly, as much as you and I would love to stay at a resort without a park because they're fun and stuff, the majority of people coming here are not. They don't want to pay those prices just to stay at the resort.
Right.
So-
With the thing with DVC is that they do have the kitchen. So, unless they're thinking all over in their head that we've got, a kitchen, so we're expecting you to make your own food there, you can't expect them to make their own food.
They'd have to tell people what to expect. I'm sure they will.
Right.
And the fact that could you imagine that right now, if you want to call and make a new reservation, you can't. Even for 2021. Let's say you want to make a reservation for next
They haven't come
April.
out with 2021 yet, have they? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think they did.
They did?
Yeah, Disney can always book far in advance.
Anyone in the chatterati know?
Yeah,
know why I
Mary has to. Mary, if I wanted to book February 2021 a couple of days ago, I could. Yeah, you have to.
I
What
don't
about
remember
weddings?
seeing that.
What if I was getting married a year from now? You can book it.
Well, normally they come up around this point, but I'm wondering if it's because of the closure that they said we're not going to reopen
that's-
just yet.
But I think
not
it
gonna
was.
open up
I think it
those
was
bookings.
available. I think it was available, and it's just not.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I think people have reservations they're holding for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they reset it because if you have to have a reservation to get into the park, how can you? You can't keep all those reservations that you had because that would be guaranteeing everybody certain places that they can't guarantee, especially if the tables are being, half the tables.
Yeah. For example, one of my friends was going to have his birthday dinner at Ohana on June 22nd. Actually, surprise, surprise, that was the reopening day for the Polynesian. But
Wow.
his reservation's going to end up getting canceled. But it dawned on me. I said, what if they filled that block of reservations 100%? Now they have to say, well, now we have to do it at 50%. So instead of just saying you,
Right.
you're canceled, which that would just create an even crazier dilemma here. I think what they're doing is they're going to delete all these reservations, and then maybe in about a week or two, they're going to reopen it up and say,
Correct.
once they're gone, because it's going to be a much more limited capacity.
Yeah, a few people in the chat have 2021 reservations.
Okay. Yeah, 2021 is...
Yeah.
I personally didn't see that. I don't know why I didn't see that on my end, but... So then, let me ask you guys out there that have 2021 reservations, have they told you if it's going to get canceled?
I don't think the reservation itself will. I think just the dining attached to it. They're not canceling hotel
Right.
reservations.
Are they canceling dining for 20... No, you can't book dining yet for 2021, because
That's probably why they're not canceling it. But let's say you had a dining package. I think they're canceling it.
Yeah,
All dining packages are canceled. Yeah.
right. Well,
Which
who
I
knows?
guess
Maybe
are
this
they-
is the beginning of getting rid of the dining plan? Because, look, we were
They're gonna have to
talking about this
motivate-
before the show. The dining plan is a great idea, okay? But when you hear the word free dining plan, nothing is ever free.
No, it isn't. It is an
Always
illusion
look
to
at
an
what you're
extent.
paying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always look
A
at
lot-
what you're paying, folks.
A lot of times you could get the hotel less expensive without the dining.
Yeah.
For some
Especially if
people,
there's a
they-
discounted rate for a room only.
There are some people that need that word free dining and they don't want to know.
Because
Anything else?
psychologically, we all think the word
Free
is like,
is great.
wow, this is a great deal.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. And plus, I mean, I can't eat that kind of food anymore. Like, I mean, maybe you guys can when you come down here on vacation, but I mean, I remember when the dining plan was $30 per person per day, and you got an appetizer, entree, and a dessert. And
It was
food
amazing.
service.
It was an amazing thing. I know.
And I think I gained like 10 pounds on that vacation. I'd rather gain that kind of weight when I'm on a cruise. So, what else happened with that stuff? With the operational changes?
So they're not taking any new reservations right now. Travel agents are just. I feel so horrible for travel agents. They're bailing out the airlines. They're bailing out. They bailed out Wall Street. You got to bail out the travel industry. These people are doing a lot of work, and they're not getting any money for it. And it is sad. It is, and they don't get paid until the people depart anyway. So now people are traveling later. It's a nightmare scenario.
Right. And I would be the next guy to tell you right now, if you have a trip planned for this year, don't. Just go next year. Because
The only positive is if you like low crowds and don't want to wait for rides, this might be a really good opportunity. I'm trying to look at the silver lining. This might be a really good opportunity to have a crowd that looks like the after hours during hours.
Right.
If you want to ride Rise of the Resistance, this might be a good... I'm guessing that's going to have a 15-minute wait. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I know.
Cross
Based
my
on
fingers,
based
but I
on
would
the
love
number
15-minute wait.
based on the numbers that they're talking about in these parks. And now you have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway open.
Well, and now, did you read all that stuff about the annual pass holders where this is rumor, this is what I've been seeing on Twitter. It's not going to... you're not going to be able to book multiple reservations within a time period as an annual pass holder to go to the parks.
You're only
Because
getting
I don't
like
think
one a
they
month
want
or
all
something?
the annual pass holders to book up every single time slot.
Right.
So-
That would make sense. Especially because they could decide not to show up.
Right?
Nobody's coming.
Absolutely.
So what are they going to do? Send Mickey to...
Get on over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, so what are they
Why
gonna
didn't you
do?
show up today?
What are they going to do? Once a week, maybe?
I would hope that they do one park each week. I'm saying one Magic Kingdom reservation this week, as well as a Epcot Hollywood Studios.
But you know the complaints, right? I paid for an unlimited annual pass, and it is not unlimited.
I may
and
not
when
be
I
able
s-
to use my annual pass when they reopen in July because I have the weekday pass, and July we're blocked out. So unless I want to upgrade to the gold, which I don't think I can do right now. David has an interesting thing here. I didn't see anything about that. Well, I mean,
It doesn't. If you're making a reservation to get into the park, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I mean, again, I haven't heard anything. I just work there. I'm thinking in my mind, this is pure speculation on my point. I don't see why Rise can't open with the park when Hollywood Studios opens on July 15th.
David, did he give a reason? Because if the reason is they don't want too many people to show up, that's a moot reason because they can
Right,
control.
because,
Capacity is controlled
you've
by
still got
reservation.
Mickey and Minnie, you've still got Toy Story Land. You've still got Falcon.
Right, but none of that
That
matters.
park
If
is
they're going to say,
built on that.
but if they're going to say this many people can come into the studios, that's it. Regardless, it doesn't matter
Right.
what's open or not. They can decide
Right,
how many
which is-
people show up.
Because this is the thing that I'm worried about is that July 11th we said Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are opening, and then July 15th Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Okay, July 11th. If you had to pick one of those two parks, where are you going to go? Magic Kingdom, right? Okay. July 15th between Hollywood Studios and Epcot, where would you go?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm hearing things in the chat room that I have to talk. I have to speak. I have something to say. They said, well, because the ride goes down a lot. The ride, it goes down a lot because it's new. If it's less people, and they might have even tweaked it by now where it doesn't. And then it says, the people has people standing in line together. So does the haunted mansion in the in the stretching
Right.
room. They can change all that where only one party goes into the interrogation room or two parties with a line in the center of the room. There's so many
Right.
ways around it to, I don't believe
I mean, I can't tell you, for
Mickey and Minnie's. You have to watch a
reasons.
movie together.
Right. That's it.
There's so many
stuff
things
like
go to
that.
that.
I mean, with Rise, I can't tell you the exact number, but I know it's going to have to be less of what we send into like the briefing rooms and then onto ITS. So maybe it's half. So in this way, people can spread out a little bit, but you're still not going to be 6 feet apart unless I just send like 2 parties or so.
Yeah,
into
no, none of
the briefing room.
Yeah, Susan, I totally respect Tim also. A lot of these things, hard to separate people in the ride vehicles, not any more than Mickey and Minnie's or Millennium Falcon or any of those, so I can't buy any of that at all.
Right.
But, good,
Falcon's
it's a
gonna
good,
be an interesting one
it's
too,
a,
because you have to touch everything.
please, you give me every ride, I will come up with reasons why we shouldn't be able to do it. Right. Give me one ride where it's just you and your family in a wide open football room. It's just not. I mean, even Slinky Dog, for that matter. If somebody coughs as I'm traveling, their cough is in my face. They're going to have masks on.
Well, I mean, because you saw those roller coasters being tested at SeaWorld where you have to wear the masks.
And it works. Nobody's lost their
mask. You
mask.
see this thing, too, in Japan? They're not allowing you to scream anymore on a roller coaster. Because
scream
they
under
don't
your mask.
want
You're fine.
the virus coming out like that. And I'm like, what? How can
At
you
this
not
at
scream
this
on a roller
point,
coaster?
I'm gonna look to get the virus and just either drop dead or get over it. You just can't protect yourself 100%. If they're telling people don't scream, you could walk right through the stretching, which will make me sad. I'm gonna start crying again.
Yeah.
But you could, for the time being, you could.
Same, I mean, Rise, I mean, we've seen the Twitter stuff. Yeah, you can maneuver around ITS.
Yeah.
I don't personally like that from a show perspective, but
Right.
it is possible.
If
to be
it's
done.
that or nothing, I get it.
Yeah. And I mean, then that goes to something like Muppet Vision, for example. We can't have a couple hundred people in there in the pre-show waiting for the movie to start.
Right.
But then again, this is July that we're talking, so maybe they might be able to relax some of the social distancing a little bit more in July.
Space Mountain is
I
great.
don't know.
Yeah, there's so many rides that there's issues with. Wow, I'm just going through all of them in my mind now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if you saw this too. They're gonna have. It sounds like that they're planning on previews, soft opening previews for the parks for annual pass holders, Vacation Club, Club 33. Apparently has cast members too, which sounds nice. Again, this is pure rumor. This is speculation. I'm not seeing anything on my end. But if that's the case, that could be interesting.
I agree.
I wonder how long they do that. If they do it for like 2 weeks or something.
So June 3rd is a Thursday?
June 3rd is a Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, so we're going June 3rd to Universal.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't-
interested to see what they do.
Yeah, and then Friday we'll probably do another show and report back what happens
Yeah.
there.
We'll talk about the Universal stuff and see what we kind of saw on our end. This is the first time I'm going to see you since the wedding.
That's true.
Other than
Listen, his wedding was the downfall of everything. As he tied the knot, Iger stepped down. So, and then he goes
it's
to
all our
Hawaii,
fault.
and the corona comes.
yeah,
Coincidence? I don't know.
it's all our fault. We never should have gotten married.
Oh, Colton does. David and Kim's son doesn't like the stretching room, so they bypass it. I didn't know that.
Can you?
You
It is
can, yeah.
feasible, I guess, to bypass the stretching room, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a door in a hallway.
Because I know that, like, once you leave the stretching room, they have that little corridor right there where, like, the scooters and everyone will go.
Right. You can get right past the stretching room through the door, go down the hallway, and be where you're getting onto the vehicles.
Interesting. So I guess they could.
And that hallway has a lot of little bells in it that ring, the dead ringers. with candles. It's pretty creepy. It's pretty cool. They say,
What?
wait right here. Yeah, it's a great little hallway. You can see it
Okay,
when you're
now I really want to skip the stretching room.
Listen, when you're exiting the Haunted Mansion and you look to the right, sometimes you can see the hallway they're coming in and out of it.
I'm gonna have to pay attention next time we do Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Goodness, that's interesting.
Poor Master Gracie. Matt, you know
And
you
Alexis
should have
told me,
married... Wait, you did marry Megan.
Yeah,
Does she mean no you shouldn't have?
probably shouldn't have. Yeah,
That's probably what she means.
yeah.
The joke, Electra, the joke was predicated on that apostrophe T or whatever in her monologue. Yeah, you know what? I'll stay outside and do the whole spiel. Very quickly, I'll do welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
I mean, we all know it by heart. Everyone repeats it in the stretching room
In the whole thing.
nowadays.
All right, so yeah, listen, it's going to be tough. I don't know when this is all going to stop and become normal. I look forward to it all becoming normal again. I'm going to assume when there's a vaccine, everything's going to come back to normal.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
within
yeah,
within a month or two. And there are some people like my friend Marla Chan, who I really respect, is saying Disney will never be the same, and that's what made me really sad today, because I just, I can't handle
and
that
the video
completely.
that I showed you too. I think.
Exactly. That's that's what went into that, is looking at it and thinking, never again. I really don't want it to change that
Right.
much. Leota, what about Leota? I can't do the Leota spiel. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween. Awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Creepies and crawlies, toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions beyond. I
Okay,
love
so
her.
we went from the show talking.
I know,
about
I'm sorry.
Disney
See, Brandon?
doing voiceover.
Brandon, stop it. Hi, Gavin. So I'm trying to think of how, what you don't think it's going to be open, the Bourne Supremacy, the new thing at Universal that day, do you?
I don't know. Do you follow BioReconstruct on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay.
I love all those
He
pictures.
posted, I think it was like yesterday or 2 days ago, aerial photos over Universal, and there are these two huge banners right at the building entrance for Bourne. And those were not there when they closed. So, from the rumors that I heard, that Bourne was supposed to be ready back in like February, but it just got delayed, and then they said, now it's kind of delayed indefinitely right now because of the closure.
It would be a really nice treat that they would do that.
Yeah.
Adam
Wouldn't
is
it be
also
nice
asking
if
us...
We walked in there and they said, "Hey, don't here's your ticket and you can go see the Bourne
Absolutely.
at a certain time." Like
Adam is asking about something we didn't cover, the cruises. Canada
Yes.
says not allowing 100-person cruises. Well, all cruises right now. What we don't even know. Disney cruises, they're not taking reservations either, are they?
I believe they are still taking reservations. I think they're taking reservations from like the end of July onward, which I feel like that's probably going to get pushed back a little bit more.
Okay.
I think everywhere that I'm kind of seeing on Twitter, like they're not thinking that it'll be until like August
Okay.
for a potential return to cruises. But now this news from Canada today that basically I think all the Wonder cruises out of Vancouver are basically scrapped for the rest of the year.
They have to be. That's
So,
that's hard. All those Alaska cruises. Oh,
all those
I don't
Alaska
know.
cruises, and I think that Panama Canal cruise that they were probably planning too is probably just going to end up getting scrapped. Unless,
Terrible.
well, maybe they could still do that because I think that's out of San Diego. But I think they were supposed to do Hawaii cruises. They can't do that.
And I can't wait to get back to a Disney cruise, but I do want to feel more safe than if one person has it, the whole cruise kind of gets it. And Disney, I feel pretty confident with their cleanliness procedures. Mm-hmm. But I would say a couple of months after cruises go out and everything's fine, I'll feel okay to go on a cruise again.
Well, my favorite story about cleanliness on a Disney cruise ship, I was in an elevator once on the ship. Had a little fingerprint smudge on the glass right there, okay? Walked out of the elevator, went back to my room to grab something, came back to that same elevator. This was maybe about 5 minutes later. The smudge was gone.
Now, here's a funny story. I have a different story for you. Disney, yes, all clean. Royal Caribbean, not so much. Royal Caribbean, we had an almond. It was on the floor in the hallway, in plain sight as you walked. And I said, wow, that almond has been there since last night. And everybody with me was like, yeah. I said, let's not move it. Let's see how long that almond is there. It was there till the end of the cruise. They vacuumed the whole hallway. But if they're not getting an almond on Royal Caribbean, what are they not? I won't go on Royal Caribbean again anyway, but
Same.
they didn't get on the almond. They didn't get the almond.
For me.
No, we started to that almond is like famous. I took pictures of it and everything.
I gotta see those pictures.
The almond.
Well, no, I remember you showing me the picture of like the mac and cheese or whatever
Gosh.
in that little tiny bowl. I'm like,
No, it was we got a child's mac and cheese for my cousin. They literally put pasta in a cup with a slice of cheese over it, and they didn't melt it.
Yes.
So I got a blanket of a slice of Kraft on top of macaroni. We're like, what? I don't understand it. By the way, we got to talk about the stormtroopers in Disney Springs.
Oh yes, we do.
I forgot about that.
For those of you that have not seen this yet, this is my photo from Wednesday. If I can pull it up. Look at those stormtroopers above Keels. I think that's what it is.
Keel. Oh,
Over
Keel.
Disney Springs.
Never heard of that place.
While we were there, I mean, we were kind of walking back and forth around that area a couple of times, and they were still up there. We had a thunderstorm at one point on Wednesday, and I think they were gone, hopefully for that. But what do you think about the stormtroopers and potential characters just wandering around Disney Springs in the interim?
I like it. If the stormtroopers are talking about masks and using that to get people to wear them, I love it. I love it.
Right.
I think it's a great way to use character to enforce something. I'm not saying, but I really want it to be enforced. Meaning,
I will say this: I don't think that their dialogue was saying anything particular about like wearing the face coverings.
okay,
I want to say that they were talking about social distancing.
okay, all
Because
right.
personally, for me, I didn't stay there that long because there was a nice, decent-sized crowd gathering there, and they were not social distancing.
If they talk about it, I still think it brings awareness, and it's okay if it's within character. But let's talk about enforcing masks for something. I really want, if you're going to say, listen, if you're for masks, against masks, I don't even think it matters. But if you tell me a mask is required, I want you to enforce it. Don't tell me a mask is required, and if I am somebody that believes in what the mask does, and now you're not going to require it, I'm going to be upset. So if you're going to require a mask, enforce that it's on. Otherwise, say it's optional. And then at least you're giving me a choice to decide whether I want to take the risk at a mask optional place. Mm-hmm. That's all. I don't like that.
People were saying on there that they were telling people about the mask.
Oh, talk about the customer's mask compared to theirs? Okay. All right.
That could be interesting too.
Yeah, I think they're making light of
Maybe.
it, though.
I might be going there tomorrow, so I'll give it a good sit down and kind of watch them for a little bit. But I'll tell you a quick story. We were over at Disney Springs. This was before Wednesday when World of Disney and everything opened. I want to say it was like Sunday or Monday. The entire time that we were there, one manager went up to one family and said, "Hi folks, please make sure that your face masks are all the way over your mouth and nose." And I wanted to go up there and say, thank you.
Yeah, I would have clapped.
Because it seems like that Universal is kind of almost enforcing it a little bit more than what Disney is doing, and that kind of worries me.
Yeah, I mean, I saw people at Universal without it too, and they were not eating. So
Did you?
I think so.
Universal already?
No, I just saw it on Facebook videos of people not having. I didn't go there
know
yet.
if you went over there yet.
Nope, June 3rd will be my first thing. I went out the other day to Lowe's, and I would say Lowe's was 50% with masks and 50% without. And having my mask on, I felt kind of safe. I don't know if it's true, but I felt like the chances of me breathing in the virus were a lot slimmer. So,
Also, too, if I come in contact, like if I'm over at Publix with someone like walking down the aisle with me and doesn't wear a mask, I'm facing the other way.
Yeah. But people say that it's just you're protecting others. I really don't believe that. I believe it's not a one-way fabric. It protects you as well. Right. So I'm not too concerned. If they don't have it, it's all right if I have it, I think.
Mary's actually saying that they have to wear masks in Maryland. I guess.
Like, is that the state?
The state mandate, I'm guessing. Because the other thing that I found interesting, you know how we were talking last week about Fun Spot with they're not requiring you to wear a mask when you go in to their Orlando location. The Kissimmee location that just reopened on 192, they are telling you you have to because of Osceola County's strict face mask policy.
Yeah. Listen, that guy's letter is a little freaky. I don't care if you're religious, non-religious. That guy's letter is his own beliefs are too much on everybody else for his Fun Spot. I think.
You know, and that was also like at the beginning of April. You know, maybe he finally had a heart-to-heart or something like that.
I don't know. I forgot. You know, Donald Nicholson is saying all Lowe's employees must wear masks. I forgot where Don works. I don't know if he works at Lowe's. If he does, I should have gotten a discount on my refrigerator and bought it through Don.
Should have, yeah.
I just got a new Whirlpool refrigerator. Talk about stress, but it's good. I'm happy with it.
But you know, I think it's going to be interesting with the face masks, especially with the Florida heat.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Oh, okay. So I guess that it's not fully mandated anymore.
Oh. I'm sure that went over quick.
Yeah, because now that I'm thinking of it, I think that was only at the time when we were hitting like the peak.
So, okay, how interesting that David says you can't get into anything in New Jersey without a mask for everyone. Jersey are the roughest, toughest, but apparently pretty smart people. You would think that they would be the first ones to be like,
Hello?
What do you need this mask for? I don't need this mask. No, good. My
so
peoples.
There's a lot of people that I've seen on like Twitter and stuff like that. Like that, you know, it's the crazy, you know, this is against my constitutional rights and all that, and they're from Jersey.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
see,
and I'm just
David.
like, thanks for painting us a bad picture of Jersey people in our mind.
See, my people, Long Island people, I think, have to be scared too. Forget about it.
Yeah.
You don't have a mask on. We don't got nothing for you here. You should put a mask on your girlfriend anyway. You see her face? I don't want to see her face. Put a mask on that girl. That's what I...
Do I amuse you with this mask? How do I amuse you? Do I amuse you like a clown? I amuse you like a clown?
David Picciano, your last girlfriend before Kim, when you came out of the Haunted Mansion, did anybody tell you got to put it back? Because I would have thought you stole something out of that mansion.
Okay, I'm glad you said the last part to that, because if you had just ended before that, we wouldn't have gotten a G rating on this. Oh, whew. Whew. Oh my.
They're
Lord.
from South Jersey.
Yeah, I mean north here, so.
Mind your P's and
guess I'm a
Q's
little
in
bit better.
Jersey. So yeah, my dad. So listen to this. My dad is in New York, Long Island. Now, for people that don't know New York, it's a house, a tree. It's not the city. The neighbors, like one house down from him, on Mother's Day, both the mother and the son, 37 years old, passed away of COVID.
Ugh.
The mother and the son on Mother's Day. So I'm like, Dad, that's one house down from you. 2 people in the house died of corona. That's some scary stuff. So when people are like, oh, it's not a big deal.
Especially when it's like that. Yeah.
There are two houses down from my father. 2 people died of it. Come on, it's a little scary. And again, you don't know why some people get it and just nothing, and some people it becomes a thing. So I guess we all still have to be. Now, Florida, I don't know if they're messing with the numbers. It looks like we're doing pretty good. It says that we are down in the numbers. But then
John,
woman...
You do realize that your Long Island just came out there? You said
Did it?
Florida.
Florida? What is
Florida.
it? Florida. Is it Florida? It's Florida.
Florida.
Say coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, you said it right.
Yeah.
It's coffee and
Getting
water.
a little bit better.
Coffee and water. Anyhow, the lady who takes care of the numbers for Florida, she got fired, and now the numbers are going down since she got fired. So I'm scared. I don't know if they're really going. Is it going? Kimberly's funny. Yeah, Kimberly, notice I didn't say you. I said it was the girlfriend that he dated before he got married to, which is probably 30 years ago, but I love Kim.
Oh my god, we're terrible.
Kim is awesome.
Oh, Adam's hearing something interesting. That the Florida
June
Keys will
1st
be
for the.
reopening.
I didn't know the Florida Keys were closed.
Yes, because
What is there, a gate that comes down?
That I'm not sure. I don't know how exactly they're enforcing the closure, but it's
Everybody
because
get out. The
you
Keys is
have-
closing.
You have Miami right there, and Miami was getting the brink of it, and I don't think they wanted to bring it to the Keys. And I'm like, okay.
What they should do is on the bottom of the Keys put some propellers, and when Miami gets bad, they could just move themselves a little bit this way, like and connect to like Jacksonville, and then come out of Jacksonville and connect back to Miami when things are better.
You see what some people are wanting to do with our state because of our state government is that they want to detach Florida from the rest of the state, and you're seeing like a little animated thing of like cutting Florida out and it just floats out to sea.
That would be good. No, not want to float out to sea. I want to be able to control where we go. We should be like our own cruise. Florida could be.
Can you just move us closer to the equator? Like that would be even better.
Florida could. We tell everybody a couple hours before. Hold on. We go. Yeah, Linda, it's closed.
Yeah.
Can't get down the 18-mile stretch. Wow. But wait, do they? I mean, what? Hold on. I have questions. They have Publix there or a grocery store in the Keys. How do those grocery stores get food? Is it airdropped at the Keys?
Is it the same way like Hawaii gets it, where they get it in like through ships or something? Or
I don't think so.
Can they drive it in from like Miami or something like that, and the commercial vehicles can still get through?
I don't know. There's got to be a moose outside the Keys. The moose outside should have told. The moose outside should have told you we are closed.
The moose outside should have told you.
I'm sorry, guys. We're getting silly. This whole thing started off with me crying, and I still haven't recovered from the nasal and the crying. I still haven't.
I'm sorry. I really should have shown you that video beforehand.
I want happily ever after. I want happily ever after back.
Yeah.
I want a nighttime parade back. My whole childhood is waiting for these big extravaganzas. Phantasmic? What? I'm never going to see it again? No, I can't.
I'll wait to go see it in Disneyland. Disneyland is better.
I want them to upgrade ours. I know.
I will say this to anyone that has joined us after I had already shown the video. I showed a video that basically made John literally cry.
Everybody was crying a little.
Everybody was crying on that chat. And I just did that this morning, not to toot my own horn, but like I found that really cool that I was able to do that quickly.
That is
if
pretty
you do
cool.
want to watch the video again, I'm gonna have it's scheduled to be up on YouTube, I think at like 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you want to watch that again. Can we talk about like something fun instead?
Yeah, let's end fun. Are we going on a ride tonight? Did you end it with a ride or something?
I have something queued up if you want to go on a ride.
Why don't we let them vote on?
Yeah. Do you guys want to hear us talk and ramble and joke around like this for some reason any longer, or do you want to go on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run?
I'll go on Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
I thought today was a good day to do Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run because 1 year ago today, John sent me out to California, and I was one of the first people on that. And I think it was actually 1 year ago right now, I was at the opening ceremony with Bob Iger, Billy D. Williams, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill. I'm like, oh!
Brandon said, ride. Edlin's like, ramble. We can ramble while we watch the ride a little bit.
We could, I mean.
Just a little bit, because you could put the ride over here and we can ramble on the side.
Here, I'm going to get that ride queued up.
More Jersey imitations. Clements Markwood, is that you? Clements Markwood, you coming here to go on our rides?
Hi, Clements.
It's so funny if I really wanted to do it. Excuse me, what did you say? Did I just hear you right? You didn't like Mickey Mouse? What did you come here for? You got some problems. Go eat a Svuyadel.
No,
Leave
just
me
keep
alone.
going, John.
No, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm done. Where's this Millennium Falcon? What is it, a bird? It's a bird? For the millennium? For the new millennium? What do you mean Star Wars? There's no wars in the stars.
Not unless you got that Space Force that the president's working on.
The Space Force, yeah, we're going to go places. I hear we're going to go to the moon, they said.
Oh, we're going to go to the moon?
That's what they said.
Maybe they'll let me bring my cannoli up there.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to find up there.
My
You think there's cannolis on the moon? I'll eat a moon cannoli.
You'll eat a moon cannoli.
You know, it makes sense because the cannoli, if you look at it, no, hear me out. It's got all little craters on it. When I see the moon, it looks a little bit like a cannoli shell. Don't think there's some DNA that's wrapped around. There could be a thing there. But the cream inside, I don't know if the moon. Is the moon filled with cassata cannoli cream? Could be. I don't know. I haven't been there.
Okay, petition to put John with the citizens of Hollywood.
I would do the citizen. I actually wanted to audition for that, believe it or not.
You should.
I would love to have done
give
it.
that accent and you're fine. You're fine. Because I can barely do that accent.
Do Leota in the Jersey accent.
Oh, God.
Hold on. What is she? Well, hold on. Let me go to that.
Serpents and spiders.
Yeah.
Hail
Serpents and spiders. Tail of a rat. Call in the spirits wherever they're at. Creepies and crawlies, toads in a pond. Let there be music from the regions beyond, but not some of the boroughs.
Not some of the boroughs. There you go.
Rap on a table, not in my ear. There's certain things I just don't want to hear. That's okay, done. Just stop.
Oh my God, we are crazy here.
I'm gonna quit. Brandon, we should do an Italian haunted mansion. That's what we should do.
We'll
starting
do
from
voiceover of it, yeah.
But it's also starting with the visuals and stuff too. The stretching room would be different. The Doom buggy would be like a Doom cannoli.
Who wants to go on Millennium Falcon Smuggler Shrine? All right, guys, let's get on board.
The Sausage Factory, how the sausages made it be a horror. We'll do it, Brandon.
Hang on 1 second. You know what I just realized?
What? You don't have it.
No, I didn't hit share
Use
the
audio?
screen. It's share the audio. I can never remember to hit.
It's hard. It's too many steps. I agree. It's always the thing.
Yeah.
David.
Ugh.
Brandon.
Ay, ay, ay.
Script it, Brandon.
All right, folks.
Oh, there's Dave Parfit.
Yeah. Me and Dave were riding it first thing.
I liked using the phone here to scan things.
So I kind of did it like just in the beginning,
It's fun.
and after I tried also playing the interactive game, and you move through that queue so fast. It says like, "Oh, can you check this for me?" I'm like, "Well, no, I literally just passed that."
Your father.
Is this a space movie?
There is Space Force on Netflix.
I'm gonna watch that.
I only watched one episode.
It's crazy to realize I filmed this 1 year ago.
So this is California?
Yeah,
It looks exactly the same.
literally no difference. The only difference that I can tell is once you get up to the upper level up there, you can see like the mountain wall, you can see the condo.
The placement of some of the tubes and stuff are better here at Disney World.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah,
It's just
some of the
artistic.
stuff in here.
It's just an artistic thing. I have to see if I can remember how to do the Hando Onaka. Yeah,
Blowing out the microphone there.
I'm trying to remember Hando Onaka's voice. Welcome.
Mr. Jim Cummings. It's Jim Cummings.
Love him.
Such a remarkable voice actor. Okay, I forgot actually this moment here. This was actually over here. So I interlaced it with some of the footage that I got from media because I was like, wait, we didn't have this many people there. And my friend's teenage lesson there is funny.
Keep moving, people. We're trying to do work here. Just keep moving.
Those bear masks things, all they have to do is put a face part. Done. No, the Ewok. They can make an Ewok mask with a hood, with ears.
I don't think you're flight crew material, guard.
Come on! I literally just saw an 8-year-old walk by.
Trust me, guard. You don't want this job. Action, adventure, danger. You faint before leaving the hangar.
John, if this is the case, with the reduced crowds, that we can have this as a walk-on, I will keep doing it all the time. I ended up doing it like 5 times or something like that. On the open
The COVID-19 version of this would be one person controlling all aspects.
Yeah, see, you can see Big Thunder out there just a little bit.
Can you?
I think I kind of...
So in Disney World, the tubes are much more disheveled.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, you can I have to do like a really good side-by-side See, you can hear Hondo Anaka there. He's getting ready for you.
What is that? How could that have happened? We don't even deliver ion disruptors. They're illegal. You know that. Shipton. Well, I had a bad feeling about that last group, but this, this is the group I've been waiting for.
This is the group.
I have an opportunity for you all that is very dangerous. I was going to say profitable. You think I'm so heartless I would set my friends to danger?
I also think
You
our
insult my
Hondo
honor, and believe me, I have very little honor to insult.
than they do.
We'll talk later. I have to do everything around here. This is hello, my friends. I am Hondo Onaka, and this is Onaka Transport Solutions. Today, I am offering the opportunity of a lifetime. I need flight crews to transport this valuable merchandise across the galaxy. Pilots to navigate, engineers to operate the ship, and gunners to defend the shipments. And that is where you come in. The Millennium Falcon. On road for some very fast and very profitable expeditions.
Very profitable expedition.
Yes, as we agreed, you let us use the ship. We'll get you the supplies you need. It's a win-win. You help the resistance, and I get all the profits. What? The first order will never know we were there. Okay, time to go. So, bye. We better go before he changes his mind. Move along, my friends. Listen carefully and remember, the better you work together, the more you earn. Your lives and my profit depend on it. Now go.
Go.
Well, too much off high.
John is saying
I
something
will never send them any place dangerous.
I don't think they will, just because it will be one party per captain.
Maybe do away with gunner and engineer.
I mean,
Show
but
me
if
by
you're
your
a party
color
of
credential.
4,
Work together as a team. Hondo, I guess,
pilots,
looking for pilots, gunners, and engineers. Good luck on your mission. Go ahead on one leg. There's one.
I got to step aboard the Millennium Falcon.
But see, this gives the same barriers as Rise of the Resistance. All of this.
I don't know if you heard when before the closure, they stopped giving away the cards, or the boarding cards, the color and everything. Just basically now they have one line set up, and then they pull you for whoever's ready next.
I'll take glasses off if it happens. I got a flight crew with brown credentials.
These are some pieces coming. Welcome, welcome. Right this way, my friends. Come closer, come closer. Ah, a brand new flight crew. Good luck to you all. You might need it. Today's flight takes you to the planet Corellia. You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Gunners,
Coaxium!
line up behind the train.
Corellia.
You harpoon that precious
Corellia.
Move out, my friends. See you in the cockpit. I won't be in the cockpit, of course. Take it up.
I think Ed is at the airport, by the way.
I don't think he is.
He said he was on his way.
I doubt it.
Everybody else, once you see flashing buttons, go ahead and press. My gunners defend the ship. My engineers fix everything they break, and that's how it works.
Flight engineers, repair test. Hit your flashing buttons. You'd better be faster when we get into real trouble. Right, pilot? Push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left.
I love
To
this.
fly right and left. I was just about to say that. Pilot on the right. Hold back on the stick to fly out. And push forward to fly down.
I totally messed this up.
Oh, I remember you telling me. You were like, wait, no, it's the other way around.
It's on video of me messing it up.
Now let's go get that coaxium. Right, pilot. Make the jump to light speed. Train. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Keep shooting. They've locked onto us. Take evasive action. There it is. After that train. Flight engineers, fire the harpoon. Now, gunners, shoot the cargo free. Left pilot, brakes.
I know where that brake button
My
is
friends,
now.
that could have been much worse. Okay, it's much worse. Yes, you got one. Excellent, my friends. The power of the ship. Well, I grab the axiom. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Come on, let's get another container of coaxium. Pilots, line up behind the train so we can harpoon that last car. Flight engineers, pilot the harpoons and feed the ship. Gunners, shoot the train. Yes, keep mashing those controls. The cargo's keep shooting. Good job, my friends. Yes, yes, yes. We got the coaxium. I will grab it. You keep up the train. Gunship. Oh, that's ridiculous. Things are getting distraction! Fire the missiles at the train! Hurry! It's coming down! Left pilot, hit the boosters! Boost! Boost! We made it! I don't believe it! But we made it! Now, let's get out of here. Your hyperdrive has failed. Pilots, evasive maneuvers.
What position were you sitting in?
Company,
I think I was engineer.
to Israel.
I was engineer.
We need them back. They may find the resistance. You did it. Watch out! Oh, that's going to be a lot. Yes, Chewie will pilot us in. Remote. You retrieve 2 containers of coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. You have heard the First Order and made Chewie proud. Woo! Now after my modest profit, your cut minus what you owe me for damaging the Falcon is, hey, not bad.
By the way, little tip for everyone: if you get over 10,000 on that final score, get a perfect score.
Oh, wait, my friends. I'm afraid we have picked up a hitchhiker. Often, scan the exterior of the Falcon for life forms. You see, this happens sometimes when you travel through uncharted regions of the galaxy as much as I do. It is not unusual to find a stray species or two clinging to the hull.
Did he say space species?
Last thing I want is to let another ragdoll loose in here.
What are space species?
Cleaning that up.
These little
you
things that they go running
It's
around
right
the
over
ship,
my
they
cockpit.
run amok. They're
What are you going to do?
Don't worry. Payment is on the way. Trust me.
So, Matt, I have to ask you, what is the most credit you have made in this?
Available text, we have a Corellian
I have
freighter
made over
that needs immediate
10,000
transport
credits.
back to the maintenance.
Ah, very good.
This thing's seen better days. Better fix all that before the
lots and
Wookiees
lots
leave
of
it.
credits.
Lots. It is all on the up and up.
I had to give a lot back to Hondo Anaka, so that was...
Yes, maybe we have to give the Picciano something to do. They make good profit on these
We give him a
runs.
few credits, and then he
Yes.
goes and has a Ronto
Oh.
wrap over at Ronto Road.
But do not bring the Linda Raymond or the Mary Wells on this trip. Oh, lots of trouble with those are two Karens.
trouble.
Those are Karens, that one. Mega Karen.
Oh my god, this is what quarantine's getting us, I think.
And the worst guy we've ever had was the Mike Dobrovolsky. Oh, that man. He gave us such trouble. Such trouble. I will never want to deal with that man again.
He's been giving me trouble for 27 years.
27. How do you deal with it? Oh,
I do not know. Well, everyone, this has been fun.
this has been fun
You
after
get
the initial.
to see me and John really losing ourselves here.
I think we have effectively lost our mind. Oh, and back to Brandon and Matt. You know what we have to do? Remember the idea for the gondola father?
The gondola father.
Okay, Brandon, I hope you're still here. The gondola father was, instead of the godfather, that there's one gondola, and when it stops, you go in it and you get advice from the gondola father because he's in there. And while you travel high above Disney World, you ask your advice, but he always kind of misconstrues stuff. So,
Came to me on
You came to me on a
hottest
Disney-
freaking day in Florida's history to be on a gondola. Just
It's like
to make
95
we get to
degrees.
Epcot safely.
they said it was a dry heat. I don't know. I'm still
That's
on.
John Panette thinking that's
I'm
Las
still
Vegas.
on what's his name? Hondo. I got to get back to the gondola father, but we are going to do it. I don't know, Megan. That TikTok, I'm not liking it so much. I got to keep trying it.
I don't know. I think you should try it.
The
This was-
TikTok.
I will never forget. You sent me. I want to say it was a Vine, but I don't think it was actually a Vine. It was whatever was the crazy.
Oh no, it was in Facebook. I know with the robe.
No.
The Reginald
no.
Van Buren. No. Okay.
Well, I mean, Reginald Van Buren is a story too. But when you sent me you doing the voiceover of the evil queen from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yeah, but that wasn't me doing the voice. That was me
Right, but it was.
lip syncing the voice. Yeah,
Soon they'll all know why. I'm called the Evil Queen.
that was good. I still have it, I think, somewhere, that video.
But now Van Buren needs to make a comeback.
Reginald Van Buren, he
Cabana
did.
Living.
Welcome to Cabana Living. I'm Reginald Van Buren. And here at the Grand Floridian. I remember that.
And
All right,
what-
so we're calling
what
it
I
a night.
loved
We've
with
kept
the
these
ending of
people
that,
forever.
too, What
I
I
don't-
loved
oh,
with the
we
ending
just
of
look-
that was, good day.
Good day. Good day. He was very British.
Oh, you need to bring that back, man. You need to bring that back. Well, everyone, thank
All right,
you
we'll
for
do things.
joining
Thank
in.
you, guys.
Yeah, we love you all.
We
We'll
do.
see you probably again next week. We'll talk about Universal's reopening.
And
'Cause we'll both
Tuesdays,
be
8 p.m., if you remember, please. That's my show, my channel.
Who do you
Tuesdays
have,
at 8.
Who do you have on Tuesday?
Michael K.
Ooh.
Somebody new. I mean, not new, but new to the
I've
show.
seen some of his Disney Cruise stuff that he puts out.
Him and his brother do some good stuff.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for tuning
Thank
in,
you,
everyone.
guys. Have a good night.